What is happening, fishers? And welcome to Tackle Tuesday. Dean from Untraceable Fishing here tonight once again with Jared from Bull Moria Fishing Tackle.
How's it, guys?
So tonight we're going to go into the world of ultra light to light tackle fishing, guys. Something a lot of guys have been asking about lately. I'm not too knowledgeable about it. I'm going to explain to you what I do know. I'm a bit more of a light to a heavier type fisherman, but I have divulged into the world of ultra light tackle. So the way this little next couple of weeks is going to be broken up, it's going to be, I don't know if any of you out there know what PE ratings are. So PE rating is the way of rating the diameter thickness of the braid. It's evolved in Japan, where they used to measure the thickness of silkworm threads. Okay. So if you're looking at America, Japan, especially very big in Japan and Australia, the guys don't talk about using 20-pound, 30-pound braid anymore. Yeah. It's slowly making its way to South Africa. They're talking about using PE, PE1, PE2, PE6.
Yes.
The reason why they do this, guys, in different brands, 40-pound in a particular brand might be 0.23 millimeters. In a different brand, it might be 0.19 millimeters. So if I ask Jared, listen, go through the Bull Moria and get me a spool of 40-pound braid, he might bring 0.19 back, and I'm normally fishing 0.27 or something like that, which will have a higher abrasion resistance, obviously a thicker braid. So PE rating is a better way to, when it comes to speaking about braid and lines. I guess I can listen, Jared, pick me up a spool of PE4. I come back and I'm getting the exact diameter that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
If I'm fishing a rocky area, I might want a higher PE and stuff like that. So tonight, that's just a brief understanding of how PE works, guys. Go online, check it out. It starts at PE 0. Whatever, right up to PE, I think the highest is 13, but your fishable PEs are normally PE1 to PE10. And if you're wondering what it is, in theory, there's an easy way to do it. So PE1, in theory, is on an average of about 10-pound braid, but there are manufacturers that might be 8 pounds, some manufacturers might be 15 pound. But on average, you can take your PE times 10 and you're going to sort of get an indication of where your braid's a breaking strain is to an extent. Some brands like your Berkeley Whiplash and stuff like that are far out of context, so it won't work for them. So tonight we're going to work through PE1 to PE2. And
that would be on rods and reels, I think.
Rods and reels, correct. So PE1 to PE2, so that's only one PE, no, but you get PE1, PE 1.2, PE 1.5. So we're going to start with what Jared and I have done. We've taken a quick walk around the store and selected a more budget-friendly setup. And if you've got a bit more money to splurge, setup. So we're going to start down at PE1, guys. So let's grab a rod. I chose the budget setup for this, and Jared chose the more, he's got a bit of more money to play with setup. So we're going to pass Jared's setup that he chose tonight.
So the setup I've chose,
There you go, Jared.
Dean passes to me, yeah. You want to go first, Dean?
No, it's all yours. Go for the one that costs a bit more money.
So this would be the Akuma LRF. This is the Gen 2. This is a 6-foot rod in a PE1 rating, which you would pair with a reel of about a 2,000 or 2,500 size. Sort of throwing between like a 1 gram to about a 7 gram, 8 gram type setup. Quite a good value for money setup. As Dean said, it is a better quality setup, so a better quality reel, a rod with better guides, a better winch, just for the person that wants to spend a little bit more, you know?
Okay, guys, so we are talking PE1 here, so we're talking sub 10-pound line. We're looking like 10-pound or 8-pound line. Very, very finesse stuff, guys. You can be throwing small little lures, small little jig heads, but you can target some really good quality fish if you maybe doing a bit of freshwater fishing in an estuary or some very light gully fishing. It's a great way to start and check it out. So I've chosen a little Assassin Edge, guys, a very affordable rod, little 5'6" ultra light, and I've fixed it up with a little Shimano FX1000. You'll probably get about 100, 150 meters of chosen braid. So obviously when it comes to braid choice, we've brought out 2 of our favorite brands here this evening, guys, Boss Braid and JDB. What Boss Braid do they do these little finesse braids, which are awesome. I think they run from about an 8-pound to about a 15-pound, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they come in little 150 meter spools, which are perfect for your little 2,000 or 1,000 size reels. You haven't got any wastage, so have a look at those, and they retail for a really good price. And then other braid of choice obviously is the Boss Whisper braid, guys. It's a little bit, you get the Boss Slick and the Whisper. The Whisper is a bit of a softer braid, better designed for casting lures and that, bit of a thinner diameter. Beautiful braid to pair with some ultralight tackle. And then if you've got a bit more money to spend, on the top end of the scale, JDB's Ultratech, guys. They're softest braid, lightest braid, brilliant for your ultra light to lighter tackle. So these are the chosen braids for all our setups. So I'm not going to run through the braids a second time. So those are braids out the way. So guys thinking ultralight, what are you going to target ultralight, guys? Well, ultralight setup like that, if you're not doing a bit of freshwater fishing, great for spotties, some juvenile cob in the rivers, some small areas, especially on nice little blind rivers, guys, especially if you're traveling to the Transkei in the summer months. Up in Natal, you've got beautiful game fish the whole year round. Or in the Western Cape, you're going to target some spotties, some cob and stuff in the river. A great way.
Your young trevally as well,
Correct.
Sort of like your half a kilo
to a kilo
fish.
size fish. You can get a nice little pool. We're not always blessed to be able to get out there and target 30, 40 kilo fish, guys. It just doesn't happen. There aren't the fish around. We don't always have the opportunity to do it. This, I can grab my rod, I can head down, I can get a fish of 500 grams, and I can have a lot of fun with it, guys. Listen, yes, it's not going to stretch your arms, but at least you're going to have some enjoyable fishing when there aren't the bigger fish to catch.
Yeah.
So now we're going to move up to the next phase. So we've gone from PE1. Some guys think that just maybe a little bit too light for me. What happens if I hook a 10 kilo cob or 8 kilo little kingy or something like that? So then we something more like a medium light setup, guys. So the two setups, even I'm going to let Jared do all the ones that cost lots of money tonight. And I'm going to do the cheaper choices.
This would be the Assassin Infinity. This specific model is a medium light paired with a Shimano Vanford in a 3000 size. So as Dean said, this is the type of setup for the chap that's got a little bit more money. You're going to be looking at sort of your 10 to 15 pound braid, fishing a little bit heavier. Maybe there's a bit more structure, or you need to get a little bit more casting distance. Paired with this setup, with this reel, it's a setup that can take a little bit more of a beating. If you're the type of person that wants to splurge a little bit more, you get a really, really good quality rod and reel.
You're getting something super light, guys.
Yeah.
If you pick the setup up, this is perfectly balanced. We've got a little Vanford 2500 on this. It's the medium light, to say.
Yeah, medium
light. Perfectly balanced, guys. The Vanford, hands down, the lightest reel in this class, guys.
Yeah.
Reel's coming probably at 100 and something grams, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it's Shimano's lightest
reel, yeah,
in the market at the moment.
So if you're looking for a nice top end setup, guys, ultra light setup or a light setup, medium light setup, that's definitely one to look at. If looking for something a bit more budget friendly, guys, I've chosen another awesome little setup. It's the Kuma Inspira 2500. Beautiful little reel, guys. I own a 4000 on one of those. Stunning little reel. And I paired it with the Sensations Access, guys. These rods are available in a little bit of a lighter version, this, and a heavier version. So they do make a nice range if you are looking for the ultra light to light setup. They have a rod that will fit into each one of these categories. And this rod is about 700 Rand, and I think, if I'm guessing, about 1,500 Rand for the reel. I don't know, Jared, give me a yes or no.
Borderline, yes.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a sub 2,500 Rand setup, that is something definitely to look into, guys. And there we're going to be running pretty much 12 to 15 pound braid. You can step down to 10 pound braid, but you just want something with a bit more securities. I'd run maybe 12 or 15 pound braid on that, guys. Once again, Boss Whisper, JDB Ultratech, or the braid of your choice. Then we're going to move on to the light setup, guys. Anything heavier than this, we're starting to go like medium heavy sort of setup, or medium setup. So we're going to be on to the medium light setup. We've got 3 combinations on the table here this evening. So let's pick up my favorite of the lot. Okay, guys. The rod I fell in love with. The Kuma, the Recon, the Inshore, also available in a lot of different lengths and weights. So you pick one that suits your fishing needs. And I paired it with the Pen Clash, guys. I think this is a 3000, if I'm not mistaken. The Conflict, so it's a Conflict, guys. My apologies. The Conflict is the lighter version of the Clash. And it's a little 3000, guys. Also, unbelievably light reel. And yeah, we're looking at PE 1.5 to PE 2. So you're looking at, say, 15 pound, 18 pound, or 20 pound line. Nice little 7-foot, beautiful little setup. This can pretty much, any fish that lives in a river, you can get 20 kilo carb, you'll get your 30 kilo carb out on this. It'll take you some time, but it can pretty much handle anything that we're going to get in any of our rivers in the Eastern Cape or in South Africa, guys. So this is pretty much your heaviest of the tackle we're talking about tonight. Then I'm going to let Jared hand over to the good as it gets part of it, guys.
So this would be Assassin's Supernova. So as Dean said, you're going to be looking at your medium heavy type action, generally a rod that'll throw between half to a 1 ounce,
3/4 ounce to 1 ounce, sort of thing.
3/4 to 3/4 about your go between. This is paired with the newest model in the market in the Vanford. So this one's paired with the 4000. We do it like that just because, as Dean said, you're going to be targeting something bigger. So say now, for example, you're going to the Transkei, you might be targeting up to Port St. John's, maybe fishing for one of those bigger garrick there in the river mouth. It's a setup where you can put a little bit more pressure on the fish if you need to. Something like this, you'd probably fish between about a 15-pound up to a 20-pound even,
Right.
just in case you do need to put
some extra pressure, some brakes on that fish.
Yeah. Also, even as we've said, you know, your light tackle scratching in your gullies, river mouths where you don't know what you could hook, this is the type of setup that you'd want.
Yeah. Also, the Supernova is also available in some, I think, 2 different lengths, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of different weights, guys. And I think there are some 4 pieces out of it as well now. The Nice Travel series, which makes fantastic. Comes in a 1-piece, full range of sizes and lengths, a full range of weights and lengths, a 2-piece, and there's just a 4-piece that's also been introduced now.
The 4 pieces arrived about a month ago. They've been doing quite well. Yeah. As Dean said, for those guys that just wanna know they got a good quality rod that's always ready on the go when you need it. Stop by the river for an hour after work, put it together, have some fun, pack it all up, always ready with you. Okay, guys, then the last one in the range. So I've picked out the rod that, I don't know, there's something about it I really love. I don't know if it's the color. There's something I really, really like. Since day one, I saw it early last year for the first time before they even launched to the public. I was fortunate enough to see them. The Nkuma Invincible, guys. Listen, they start off at I think this is a 7 foot and 8 foot, Jared? 7'6", I believe.
7'6", and they got right up to an 11'6" now, guys. There's a huge range of these rods available. And I paired this up with an Nkuma RTX, guys. The little 4000, very similar to the Inspira. I think a lightweight version of the Inspira, if I'm not mistaken. Nice carbon fiber handle. This is super, super balanced, guys. And yeah, we're also looking at not breaking the budget, but you're getting decent stuff where you can handle some better fish on this. Yeah. Yes, it's not to the level of the Supernova and the Vanford, but at least a bit easier on the pocket, and you can really land some good fish. Going back to the Vanford and the Supernova, is another YouTuber out there that I watched in the Transkei. Preliminary fishes predominantly, not preliminary. Sorry, guys, I'm making my own words up here again. Predominantly fishes Port St. John's. And I've seen him catch some crazy big garrick in that river on this rod. Between like boikies, like I don't even know how to weigh fish when they get that big, like
15, 20 kilo
15,
fish.
20 kilos. And that rod handles to the T, guys. So if you are keen to try a little ultralight fishing, if you are new into fishing, it's a great way to get started. But remember, you don't have to have 2,000 Rand, 4,000 Rand, 8,000 Rand to start a setup. If you want to try it out, Nkuma, they've brought in a big range, guys. There are so many different colors and sizes and things like that. A nice little budget setup, guys. 1,000 Rand, 1,200 Rand setup. Put some decent braid on the reel. Yes, if you are targeting larger fish, the reel's not going to last you forever, guys. But if you want to try the ultralight or light sort of fishing out, or if you are fishing twice a year, have a look at something else. You're looking like 500 Rand. You're getting a good little reel. Get a beautiful little rod, carbon rod, and try the ultralight side of fishing out. I know it's something we pretty much don't do enough. On the weekend, I spent 30 hours standing, hoping for a big bite. Didn't come. I'm sure if I had pulled out one of these, I would have sketched something out. I'd rather catch a little something than nothing in the end of the day, even if it was a little blacktail or something like that. So try that side of the world out, guys. Now, when it comes to, we've spoken about the braid, guys. So we run from PE1 up to PE2. Next week, we'll run from PE2 up to PE4, where we'll have a range of, the rods will probably be in the 9 foot up to the 11 foot range, guys. More into the drop shot style of things. And a little bit of lighter offshore fishing. Lures. So we've put some lures on the table. Jared and I ran around the store quickly, grabbed some lures, the type of lures you would be throwing on these ultralight setups. So I'm going to let Jared talk about 3 of his favorite lures first.
Okay, so some of them, the one I actually have right here in front of me, that would be a bucktail. So the one of choice I've grabbed is the Fishman bucktail, but there's a wide variety of brands. These would sort of be working your mid-level range. You could work it on the bottom, but also good on the medium level column. That would work for anything from your garrick, your cob, your spotties if you work it really slowly. They come in a variety of sizes. Then another good option that I've got here that's been working quite well lately is the Fishman anchovy sprat. So any type of sprat lure has been working well. I know a mate of mine's actually been catching a lot of fish on these little sprats up towards the East Coast side.
Yeah.
A lot of small kingies, a lot of small garrick eating them. Really nice
I'm interrupting
size.
you. This is exactly what your juvenile king is, your juvenile garrick, your juvenile cob. That's exactly the type of fish they're chasing, guys. The
Little bait fish, little small mullets
yeah.
and stuff like that in your estuaries. So that would be another option. And then a fan favorite that's always done well, especially here by us, and that we sell a lot of, would be CRD's shiver stick. So this is the smallest one in their range. This is the 65, which, correct me if I'm wrong, should be about an 11 gram. These are I believe it's a sinking stick bait.
Sinking stick bait.
So the stick, this little shiver stick, also good for a variety of fish that don't leave this thing alone. It's got a really good action, and it casts really well. So yeah, that would be of my 3 choices. I'll hand over to Dean to continue.
Guys, so my 3 favorite choices. I've got Pacific lures I've pulled out here. The lures I've been most successful with, guys. We're going to start off. It's a range, guys. So the Berkeley Gulp saltwater. Listen, I've fished with these for years. I used a pack the other day. I think we had for about 6 years. Actually, just fell apart. They were so old. Fantastic lures, guys. My favorite, I don't know if they still make them, was they're called the camo worm.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal worm. Use them in the gullies, caught blacktail. I've caught bluefish on them. I've cheated. I've put them on a hook and not even used them as a lure. I've used them as bait, and I've caught bluefish on them. I've caught cob on them. On there was a big yellow color one, 6-inch. Everything eats these things, guys. So check out the Berkeley Gulp of saltwater range. The bloodworm is also another fantastic color.
That's a newer one.
That's the sandworm.
Yeah.
Then my second favorite choice is the Rapala or Rapala Skitavi, guys. The number 1 choice, I think, especially in the Eastern Cape, a lot of guys have adapted their skill to catching spotted grunter on a top water, guys. It is an art in its own, but the Skitavi, hands down, must be the most successful lure for doing that. I know the guys do change the trebles to little assist hooks.
Yeah.
Fish nice and slowly. Sight fishing spotties. Phenomenal lure to catch spotties with, guys. So that's my second favorite lure. Spent many hours doing it. I haven't quite perfected the art yet, but I'm getting there. And then, hands down, especially for this time of the year, guys, in the Eastern Cape, we're blessed with swimming prawn season, guys. Yeah. February is swimming prawn month. The rivers are packed with juvenile fish, juvenile cob, juvenile spotties, juvenile lerries, skipjack, small kingies. Everything is coming to rivers because it is time for our swimming prawns to come into the rivers and do their thing. And this time of the year, February, the most successful lure in my history of fishing is Hulko. Make an awesome color, guys. The color is called jelly prawn. It mimics the color of a swimming prawn in the Eastern Cape here to the T. I know Jared knows what swimming prawn is. What color? That's swimming prawn color.
Yeah, it's a perfect swimming prawn color.
The Sorcerer, that's a little 68 Sorcerer. It's a beautiful little lure. I know they make a few different other lures in the same color, but definitely if you are in the Eastern Cape, make sure you have a Hulko jelly prawn. Get a Sorcerer, guys. Sorcerer can be twitched along the top. It can be reeled. It swims down. And guaranteed, if it's the swimming prawn around, you're going to get a fish on this. Nothing imitates swimming prawn better than these Hulkos. Also have another huge, we're just going to run through all the lures on the table quickly. Nomad Design, guys, pretty much your leading lure manufacturer in the world. If you are into vibing, guys, we'll explain what vibing is next week. It's a sort of jigging where the lure shakes like this a bit. It's a bit of a weird way to explain. So they make the Vertrix. Awesome lure. Don't forget a nice little chisel nose plug. Goes a long way, guys. You're chasing some juvenile garrick. CRD we've done. Always make sure you got a little sprat or a little either a little paddle tail or a little jerk minnow, guys. Yeah. A 2 or 3 inch. Even the blacktails in the gullies will grab onto those things. Fish them on a little jig head. And then obviously Rapala, however you pronounce it, Crush City. The new the new line of lures that brought out soft plastics that brought out. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. Yeah. And then Jared will run through the last 2 or 3.
So the last 2 would be a lipped jerk bait. So this is a slow sinking. This is the Rapala Shadow Wrap Shed in the 9 centimeter. Good for your predatory fish. And then your last one would be a little Hulko Rooster Popper. A popper in some areas might not be the most effective way to get a bite, but it's a really nice way to hook a fish if he does eat it, generally early morning, late afternoon. it's always nice to see a good top water bite where the fish will smack it as you're pulling it on the surface.
Okay, Jared, so what's your favorite setup on the table here?
Oh, Dean, favorite setup currently on the table would be... Man, you put me in a hard spot.
It's a hard spot, yeah. It's quite difficult. I've been thinking about it the whole time while we've been chatting away, yeah.
You put me in a hard spot. I actually own one of these Akuma Recons.
The inshore,
Yeah, the inshore. So I own one of these,
yeah,
and I love my pen coffee grinders.
Yeah.
So if it would be one setup that I would take, I would actually fish something like this. As we've said, it is a really, really good all-round setup.
Yeah.
That being said, as I said, I own one. I've got a variety of fish on this. This is one of the rods I actually caught my first fish on an artificial lure on a little 3-inch paddle tail.
Yeah.
And I've even caught your smaller non-heads in the rivers as well. I've caught a sand shark of well over a meter on a little rod and reel like this. So if I take one rod and reel to the river in my arsenal, this is something that I would carry.
Anyway, guys, thanks, Jared. So why don't you let us know in the comments below what your favorite setup is on the table? And let's do a vote and see what the most popular ultralight or light setup is going, guys. So we'll run through them all again quickly. So we have the Akuma LFR Gen 2 fitted with that was Jared's choice, little CMAR, guys.
Yeah.
We have the Assassin Edge 5'6" fitted with a Shimano FX1000. We have the Assassin Affinity fitted with a Vanford 2500.
There we go. Take it up.
And then we have the Sensation Axis fitted with a little, it's a Inspira, I think it's Inspira 3000, 2500, sorry. Okay, we can get those out the way quickly, and then Jared's going to run through the next couple here for me.
So the next couple would be the Akuma Recon in the medium with the Pen Conflict in the 4000 size. Then the Assassin Supernova in the medium or medium heavy action paired with the 4000 Shimano Vanford. And last but not least, the Akuma Invincible 7'6" with the Akuma sorry, my apologies, the Akuma RTX 4000.
And also, guys, don't forget, if you are budget friendly or are just looking to try some ultralight fishing, check out the new little Akuma. This is the Zaki. I think they made this little jaw as well that's come out, the orange version of this.
Yes.
But you can $500, beautiful little setup, guys. Starter setup. Or if you want to get your youngster into some light or ultralight fishing, definitely check that out, guys. So I'm just going to pop these one side before they fall over here. Anyway, guys, I think that takes care of everything we had on the table this evening for you guys. So thanks very much for joining us.
That being said, we've now covered everything under the table. I'm going to pull you off guard here. Subscriber spoke to me over the last week or so and actually wanted to surprise the two of you. So I do have something here for you to open. We've been hiding this from you. So that is on behalf of a subscriber.
Really?
Open it.
You have to open it now on camera. Jeez, okay. Thank you, subscriber. I don't know who you are, but appreciate it.
I remind you, you're all on camera, so
it's well wrapped.
What's your choice of words?
We can edit that out. Sorry for the person that wrapped this, but I'm useless at. Well, it has Chinese writing on the box, guys. Or Japanese writing. Well, it must be from someone that fishes because it's they packed it into a Daiwa box. So they packaged it in the box, so thank you, subscriber. You have a, thank you. Is this thing gonna like explode in my face or anything? Like,
no.
I'm just checking here, bro. I don't.
I've looked at it.
Like smiling at me here. I know I got some biscuits and stuff delivered the other day from a subscriber.
Be gentle with that box, Dean.
What the hell, bro? No ways, bro.
No way, no way.
Just grab it.
Don't drop it, please.
What the hell, bro? Fucking ways, bro. What the hell? You? No, man. There's something in there, bro.
Okay, so I'll open that for Dean. So that is in fact a Dower Saltiga 20,000.
What the hell, man?
Give you a minute, yeah. Catch your breath.
Sorry, guys. Give me a second, yeah.
Told you watch your F-bombs.
Ooh, just give me a second, bro. Sorry. Whew. What the hell?
Need something to drink?
I don't know. What do I need right now? I'm shaking, bro. I think I went into shock. Is this from someone, bro?
Guaranteed. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Like 100%, bro.
100%.
Well, I don't know who that person is. Thank you very... Yeah, I don't know what to say. Sorry, I don't know. Give me a sec here, bro. Yo. Okay, let's try this thing.
You do the honors. Put the handle together. Make sure you're happy.
Okay, guys, there's 3 times you should cry in your life. When someone passes away, when you get married, when someone gives you a saltiga, apparently. Anyway, yeah, I'm lost for words. You know, I can talk for hours. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I'll probably never know, but thank you to that person. Yeah, something I could never afford. We promise you we'll get some good fish with it. Just carry on, just getting it off there, Jared, please. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, Dean's a little bit lost for words, guys. On the end of the video as it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a bit of a surprise for him there at the end. So yeah, until next time. Cheers, guys.